going to be working on a driveway today, doing a little bit of leveling, also sealing up all these joints that have created some problems. And you can see they have made some attempts to seal it. They just haven't used a very good color. They also use self-leveling, which is not very good on angles like this. As you can see, it wants to run out of the joint. So we'll be taking out this old sealant, leveling up some of these areas here like this, where you can see that it's, one's quite a bit, half an inch or something lower. So we'll get all these leveled up and then do our best to make this these joints look good. They also have some spalling. Not a whole lot we can do about that, but we can clean it out and seal up the cracked portion of it. And as you can see, here's another attempt. They've got looks like stone, so you've got stone and gray here. So the stuff we'll use will look much better. We'll sand it so it will virtually disappear. We are about an hour into this job so far. We've gone and started to pull out the sealant. We've drilled most of the holes that we will need. We're going to bring up the low spot on this, try and take out some of that belly. And as you can see, there was a lot of sealant to pull out. But the most disturbing thing here is just the amount of spalling that's taking place. Get down here where you can kind of see this. We'll have to wire wheel off the rest of that sealant, but you can see how bad that spalling is. It's especially bad along this crack line, and that's just indicative of a void there, and it's been going up and down every time they drive over it, and it just breaks it apart. And so at each of these joints, that's a real problem. So we're going to have to really clean this up, knock off all the loose stuff so we have something for the sealant to adhere to before we put down the new. All right, so there's kind of a hour and a half into this 4 or 5 hour job. We finished up this job. So we did some raising over here, took a bunch of the belly out of that so it wasn't such a big dip, and leveled up some others that were high. The job was quite a bit more than we had planned on. The spalling was so bad it really made sealing these joints, some of them, really challenging. But you can see how much better that looks once they're sealed. It just gets rid of the gap that your eye naturally goes to. And you can see it's kind of textured, looks close to the same color, and the white actually wears off a little quicker, so it will be a little darker than this typically. But you can see going across there, even that big nasty crack is looking better. We filled in those big corners that were completely spalled. So the purpose, of course, of caulking is, number one, stop erosion. Number two, make it look a little better. And I think we've accomplished that today, as well as done some nice lifting and leveling.